have a question, but that'll have to wait.
No questions. Hello, everybody,
time.
and welcome to another lovely episode of Power Rangers Let There Be Thunder. I am Matthew, and I am your GM for this lovely session. We have a great cast, some of which are
lies
currently...
and slander.
We do have a great cast. Maybe not all of them.
They're just not here.
Yeah. They're not the
We have
backup
a great-
cast somewhere else.
They're not
We
here
have
today.
a great
They couldn't
cast,
make it.
but they're busy doing other things, so we're
Yeah.
here instead.
We don't know where they are.
Speak for yourself. I'm awesome.
I've never met the great cast.
We've been hiding them for something else.
We keep them locked in they're locked in the Burger King.
Oh God, please, can we just get
But-
on with the program?
We... My brain just went. We will let these lovely
firing!
cast introduce themselves in the order that they are familiar with by this point in time. Starting with...
It's so familiar.
Starting with the start.
Yeah. The individual in the beginning.
In the beginning.
Who appears to be muted himself.
I was going to say, is he on mute?
Yeah, he's for sure muted.
Jarrett. There you go.
No, I don't know if you were muted on Video Ninja. I think your headset is muted.
Yep. Okay. We currently have lost Peter. We was talking to Michael in the chat, and we've lost him in the meantime. So, whilst he looks...
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
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 He's
Yes.
back. The king is back.
I've unplugged my headphones, but my headset's not muted.
Insane.
Oh, rough
Can you hear
day,
me?
buddy.
We can
Yes,
hear
we
you.
can
Yes.
hear you.
Yeah, see, I've just plugged
Technology.
it back in and it's the same. Technology. Hello.
Just have to pull it out, put it right back in.
Sorry about the technical issues there, folks. Hi, I'm Michael. I'll be playing Peter the Green Ranger. Hello.
Hi, I'm Anne. I'll be playing Sophie the Blue Ranger, who is totally not traumatized.
Hey, what's up? Coming to you live from the Burger King drive-thru. On Panic, I'll be playing Cal, the Yellow Ranger.
Damn it. I am No Cheese Michael, and I will be playing Sarah the Black Ranger.
That is fundamentally a lie. You are so cheese.
Bits upon bits.
Apparently,
Jay
we
has
also managed to
frozen.
lose Jay.
Jay has frozen.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Just
Give
the
him a
audio.
minute.
He-
You-
He's like pantomiming on stream.
Mhm.
He just needs to find the unmute button. That's all. He's fine.
There's gonna be a Power Rangers karaoke night in which me and Michael are just going to be singing the Burger King drive-thru song.
I'd like to take this opportunity to apologise to everybody who can currently hear me, which hopefully is everybody.
Oh, cool! I love it
Clearly,
when static comes through on
something
Jay's mic.
has gone wrong in the minute and a half between starting and talking.
Is my chair low? Is that not? Is that something? No, got my chair.
Because we even
Things
have...
appear to have
There, can you hear me now?
We can hear you now.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, for some reason, my sound settings in my MacBook decided it was going to change my input settings, which were independent of what I've set up to actually use my microphone. Anyway, so hello everybody. I am your XL Bacon Double Cheeseburger meal, otherwise known as Jay, and I will be playing Q, the Red Ranger, in today's.
How much cheese is on that? You know we got to get it
Chicken
cheeseless.
Maybe the
No,
Decepticons,
it's actually
I
with no
believe,
bun.
are
Yeah.
jamming the signal.
Oh, so this is my fault.
It is not your fault. It's your motorbike's fault. 100%.
Yeah, but I'm the one
Yep.
who purchased it. I have to take legal
And woke it back up.
responsibility for him.
Yep. It is
I'm
currently
taught
in
it
your
English.
name. It is your legal responsibility. But yes,
Which we're not
Tech
gonna
Gremlins
we're not gonna
banned.
touch on the ethical implications of me buying a sapient being. So like,
I mean, no, it probably thinks it owns you.
yeah, probably.
Flashing
It's
back
a mutual
to-
relationship.
Flashing back to last week's episode, we had a little bit of an emotional roller coaster in that we had the aftermaths of the return of Sophie to planet Earth. We had some emotional ramifications there, a nice discussion between Peter and Sophie. We had some of Sophie's delving into the sort of concept of alternate timelines and how decisions can shape timelines themselves, what decisions and consequences. Sorry. We did see I kind of want to say a boy and his motorbike, but that motorbike was, we found out, a Decepticon.
It's like a sociopath and his mass murder machine. Like,
Yeah. Turns out, yep, when Cal bought a motorbike, he perhaps should have done a bit of a more thorough check. You know, does this thing need oil? Are the tires good? Is it a sentient
eat
war
blood?
machine from a planet far, far away?
Food
Maybe
missing.
add that just to
it's
the
okay.
checks from now on.
I taught him how to curse people out, so it's in English, so it's all good.
We saw Sarah dining with Kelsey and perhaps not enjoying the spicy food that Kelsey did. Kelsey also enjoying the explosives that she was brought back. And we saw Q bonding with his parents a little bit. And
So wholesome.
it was quite wholesome. And it was quite nice to see a lovely family reunion bonding over a shared community moment, a shared historical moment for them as well. And all of that happened on Monday. Just quite a busy little day for the Power Rangers. And still no parties to fight, no Tengas, no word back from Finster. Although, of course, we did get I think we were up to 50 odd messages from Kyle at that point. Yeah.
Buddy.
He's practically waving a flag to get you to notice him. Bright crimson.
He's doing semaphore with the red flags at the moment.
It's in your color, Jay.
True. If there was ever a ranger that would run me.
You are the reddest
That
of flag.
isn't-
You are not wrong.
Not what we meant by red bias.
Yeah.
On this lovely Tuesday, as the sun begins to rise, it's a little bit past 6:30 in the morning. Still fairly early in the year. I think it would be silly to ask what some of the Rangers are doing. I kind of
Did
think
we get to the end of January?
we have got to the end of
Good morning.
January, which
Let's
does mean it
go!
is currently February.
The
Um,
January arc is
We
finally
did
over.
it.
we survived a month. Um,
The January arc has been going for 6 years in real time.
Peter,
It's been 84 years.
I'm guessing this early in the morning, it's cold outside. Sleeping?
What time is it? It's Tuesday, so I'd have college at some point.
Just
but what
gone
time is it?
6:30 in the morning.
Just gone 6:30 in the morning. Pete would probably be in the lab already.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Which
he's an
lab?
early bird. Command center.
Not the college lab working on his...
Suppose we could do that instead.
I'm asking. What's more important?
I was going
We
to
did
go
it.
and work on Alpha 2.0 project, but
Did he try to sneak away as to not wake Sophie?
he did indeed. He did indeed.
Yeah, okay.
Roll me an infiltration check.
Oh, Jesus.
I'll give you an upshift because Sophie is asleep.
Well, thank you.
Um,
That's so kind of you.
Does he still roll with a snag?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a D2 though.
Sophie,
Snag-
roll me
snag
a
he's got is
perception
D2.
check.
Hold up! How am I perceiving him when I'm asleep?
Roll me with a
It's cool.
snag because
have
you
a-
are asleep.
Okay.
I
I
have
was
a
like,
D2
wait
in
a minute.
infiltration, so I don't roll with snag. It's fun.
You still...
Oh,
hang on.
I
so that
do-
you have
Did
a
you have a
D4.
base D2?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's go.
Wow, somebody
the
put
only one
points in
anymore.
infiltration?
That is unfortunate. Hold up, you haven't
I
been
too was
doing
unfortunate, so
infiltration.
we'll just see in it because
We'll see
I
who's
got
more unfortunate.
Oh wait, that is
I
not
got
the
an
right
11.
guy. Hold on. Oh, I am even
Lame.
more unfortunate than that. I have a question though. Does rolling a nat 1 on my D20 get a story point?
I think so. That's a fumble.
yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
fumble,
because
right?
you get a snag. It would
It's
be a
not the
fumble.
skill dice.
You would get a
You know-
you would get a story point.
You know, that is unfortunate because I rolled a 4 on my D4, so I rolled a 5.
Dude, critical fumble. Let's go.
I mean, it's still
Look.
technically a fumble. It's not critical unless you succeed on the skill test.
You
Um,
failed so hard, you're back in an alternate reality.
Oh no, we're not doing
I
that. Not
was-
for a while at least.
You fumble your sleep check, so you're now in a coma.
Dude, I love rolling for coma.
Okay,
So-
okay, I have a question though, not to review anything, but because I was sleeping, would I have been allowed to use an idea point?
No, definitely not.
Okay, I figured that was the case. She is asleep.
Yes, Peter. Then you did sneak out. Did you go to college or did you go to the command center?
No, he's at the command center. He's building Alpha 2.0.
He's building Alpha 2.0.
Let's
So
work on the next
Alpha-
level upgrades.
Alpha 6?
Is this Alpha 5?
I believe so.
Then yeah, Alpha
I don't,
5.2.
How cool do we got here?
5.1 was when he got his hands. 5.2 is when he gets his legs. Once I've finished, he'll eventually be Alpha 6.0.
but remember, we need to make him a little bit taller.
Oh, yeah.
Is him a
Gotta
baller?
make him a baller.
Yes.
If he had a girl,
We did have this moment. He does need to be a
And
little
if he
bit taller.
was in the drive-through at Burger King,
Wait, who's the tallest person on the team? It's Q, isn't it?
probably.
Yeah, cool.
I
Make him
believe
like
so.
I'll make him
I
like
com-
so he's an inch taller than Q, so he's taller than everyone.
I completely.
But he'll
forgot
have
what
like
I
an
did.
adjustable
but he
height,
knows
so
how
he
to wear
can
high
shrink down if he
heels,
wants
so,
to.
you know.
What was that, Jay?
It's like Q can wear heels.
Yeah, I have to.
So could
Now I
Alpha.
have to go. Now I have to go back to the roll 20 to see the physical stats I gave this character.
We just put
Isn't he
Alpha in
3'2"
drag.
with
it's
his
fine.
arms up? Yeah.
Cal,
Alfina.
no, that's me. That's me.
So you're in the
I didn't-
command center. At this point, what is it that you are trying to do? What is it that you're looking to accomplish? You tell
So-
me.
I had already started the process of the computer system designing his legs and that, hadn't I?
I believe so, yes.
Yes. So it's just final fabrication then, really, and then testing to make sure that they work and I don't accidentally kill Alpha or anyone else. And after
Oh,
recent
look, somebody's
events,
put you
Pete
an
will
upshift.
do vigorous testing to make sure there's no way anything ever go wrong with them.
Do you mean vigorous testing or rigorous testing? Because
Both.
they're slightly different.
Both.
Rigorously vigorous.
Very vigorously, rigorously testing.
Mhm.
I must
Vigorous
test
rigor
these
and all
legs.
Go ahead and make me a technology check. Difficulty is going to be the difficulty is going to be 15.
You also have an upshift to use if you would like, Michael.
It's cool. I rolled a critical.
Shit your
22.
pants.
Someone got cheese.
Say that again,
Someone
sorry.
got
When you
cheesed when
turned
you walked
away, I didn't catch the last part.
So I rolled a critical 22.
A critical
Let's
22.
go!
Fantastic.
Yeah,
So
you-
And I didn't even roll my D2.
you are absolutely adamant that you have succeeded on your planned fabrication for Alpha 5.2's leg improvements. He will be standing just a little bit taller than Q.
Oh, hey, we got 80.
Woo woo.
Whoop, whoop.
And you've actually given him knee joints, but the other way round.
Mhm.
Inverse
not-
knees?
Inverse
got
knees.
bird
Two
knees?
sets of knees. So like one here and then one here.
So he can not only jump quite successfully, but even with that extra height, he can get down very low to the ground.
He
Using
really
those.
can be ballin'. I
He
can't.
can.
And then
Shot call.
obviously we'll need to then call Alpha in and get them fitted.
Which, with your critical, I will say you are able to do before you have to get ready for your morning classes. Which despite your good relationship with Claydoyus Pete,
You don't want to be late for.
no. Especially as you do have work to finish for the class.
Can Pete text Claydoyus Pete and ask if he's in his office and if he's alone?
I mean, can you?
Well, yeah, Pete will do that.
Claydoyus Pete responds, just at breakfast, office locked, ?
Okay.
So office
Well.
locked, like full stop, and then like a question mark emoji afterwards.
Mm-hmm. Pete will just text back, was going to ask if I could make a quick entrance. Your office seemed like a safe place. Not to worry. See you in school. Thanks, Pete.
No, far too many things to knock over in there. Do full stop, not full stop, make full stop, entrance, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark.
No problem. See you soon. Bye. And then, yeah, go and prepare and get ready for collage. And I will teleport somewhere safe near campus because I'm not commuting.
I mean, you've still got a dorm room.
Yeah, how close
Yeah,
to
it's
the
pretty-
actual campus is the dorm
It's-
room though?
On
On
campus.
On campus.
No, I mean
Yeti.
like the actual classroom. Can I teleport somewhere closer that is also concealed?
Finally,
this is probably
you've got
your
you,
safest
you've got the
spot to
mentality.
teleport to.
You've got the right mentality finally, which is if I can teleport, I'm never walking again.
Yep.
This
There is not enough time in the day for Pete to get everything done. So
this
cutting
is
his
how we
traveling
get to
times
teleporter
Perfect.
accidents. I'm just saying.
end up becoming a
This
accidentally
is how they ended up
teleport
with two
himself from the
Rikers.
dragon sword.
Yeah.
It's like a man dragon.
This is how we get a Thomas Riker situation.
Shark face.
Sophie, Peter managed to sneak out this morning.
He left a note and breakfast.
Odds are he's not gone
Yeah.
running. You know, he's not out exercising, meditating, anything like that. He's probably causing trouble.
Hey,
But
I have a question. Because obviously Sophie has been very exhausted. When she wakes up, what time is it when she checks on her bedside table?
that's the question for you. Do you want to make it to class today?
I mean, I feel like Sophie would want to.
Roll me
I'm just
a
wondering if he.
roll me a brawn check. Brawn,
Oh,
because that sounded
you
like I said
mean that-
prawn.
you
Roll for napping.
you mean that skill I don't have ranks in?
I think
that
it's
is
that skill that
strength-based?
practically nobody has ranks in.
It's
Correct.
like the strength equivalent of infiltration.
Difficulty is going to be 12 before you say anything.
Are you kidding me? I rolled another nat one.
Glory points! Let's go!
Sophie
I'm being bullied by her
is
own.
like, is it morning? Peter?
I'm gonna
Oh.
use a story point to wake up because we got so many of them.
Yeah, if you want to use a story point.
No, shut up. Don't take my joke
Okay, so
seriously.
can I use a story point to wake up, but wake up later than I intended?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so hear me out. Sophie, who's been notorious for not sleeping and not resting, was like, you know what? I won't wake up super early. I'll give myself time to rest. I'm gonna wake up at 10 a.m. and then she wakes up and it's lunchtime. Can I have that happen?
Yes, I will agree with that.
Okay.
But you missed your
Can I
favorite
do
class.
something? Can I do something in the command center before I leave?
Yeah.
So you know how you said every day I could make a roll to do the project? I'd like to work on that and, grab my breakfast, take it to the lab, and call Alpha over to help out.
Alpha, you've not seen him before this point. Like you've been
Yeah.
wandering around the command center. So when you do see him come in, it's kind of a eye-opening moment because you're used to him being about eye height, and he's about a foot and a half taller.
Hey, Alpha. how's that working out for you? And she points up and down at Alpha.
It's taken a little bit getting used to. I have currently struck my head on no less than 17 occasions.
Yeah, that sounds like a tall person problem.
He did ask to be told.
Uh-huh. I mean, and then she just nods and says, so, you know the thing we were working on yesterday? I'd like to continue doing some programming for that.
Of course,
Cool.
we'll get the simulation up and we will see if we can get some more information loaded up.
Yeah, I would really like that. What do you know about alternate timelines, Alpha? Peter seems convinced that they don't exist. They're just manifestations of the grid.
As a concept, they're theoretical. However, Zordon and I have an acquaintance who seems to believe in them considerably more than we do.
But you don't.
I believe in science. Science suggests that things are possible. You would study it, you would try to recreate the circumstances that could lead to an event, and you would try again with a set of criteria. But it's not something that I have tried, nor is it something that Zordon has been of particular interest in.
Sophie takes this in and considers it, and then she just goes back to her console and says, yeah, let's get this moving. Technology check.
Technology, yep.
Okay, I'm gonna pump everything into it. It's grid tech.
It is indeed.
I am going to use my idea point to upshift that. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What is the difficulty for this?
The difficulty now is, I want to say 20.
Okay, let's do it. You know what? It's gonna get done eventually. Let's see how fast this goes. Huh? Oh, come on. Oh, I rolled a 23 with a 4 on my D4. Let's go.
So not only did we succeed, we critically succeeded. So again, whilst you're not able to fill in information for things that you weren't witness to, you have been able to fill in information for things that you did encounter. So the demons, the Lightspeed Rangers themselves, the Titanium Ranger, the concepts of magic, the demons.
I have a question about that.
Yep.
Okay. So technically, I was embodying a different person's physical form.
Yep.
Did I learn anything about, like, could I reasonably learn stuff about their, physical abilities and their ranger abilities, their spectrum stuff? Like, I could reasonably program that in
Yes.
to get an idea
I will say
of,
yes. You would know their physical
of this other
limitations.
Sophie.
Yes. Their physical
And
limitations.
I can plug her in without meeting her. I may not know her personality.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I can kind of cobble something up from the journal, right?
I would say
Like, wait
it
a
would
minute.
be a.
She's just very sad and angry all the time. Okay, let's program this in.
It would be a bit of a. I'm trying to think of the right description. It would be kind of a half Sophie, what you know of her. Well, obviously,
Look,
know bits and pieces,
She's-
and you could make educated guesses.
I mean, look, they're not gonna know that this is inaccurate. They're
No.
all the way in the other dimension. They're not gonna know I
Nope.
totally made up half the stuff in this simulation. That's fine. Yeah, and I can just kind of program things like if I wanted to do a violence and train in this simulation, I could.
You could indeed.
Also, is there a way to
Mhm.
play in the simulation with the safeties off? You know, just have
So
it
you
hurt
could-
but not kill.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. By the time Sophie
This really
and
is
Alpha
the feral
have finished
Sophie
doing
arc.
this, what time is it by the time they finish this?
What time
Is
was
it
it you
about
said you
lunchtime?
got up?
Got up around 10 a.m.
I would
Oh
say
no, got up around noon. She planned to get up at 10, woke up at noon.
woke up at noon. I would say it's getting on for about 2. Yeah, getting on for about 2 o'clock. So say like 1:50, 1:55.
Okay. Hmm. I flipped a coin to make a decision. So Sophie fully intended to go to class, but has decided to go into the simulation room instead to do some testing.
Skipping school 2 days in a row.
hmm She said she checks her text messages. Did she get anything back from Mariner Bay? Are her parents concerned about her? Is Dana still alive? Like, is she getting anything from back home?
She has a message from her mother inviting her to Sunday dinner. She doesn't have anything from her father. She does have a message from Dana just to say, how was space?
She replies, spacious. Also, I hated it there. I really don't want to go back. And then she sends that back to Dana. And then she looks at the Sunday dinner invitation from her mom and just goes, She replies, she replies, Sure. Is Dad going to be around? I have someone to introduce to you both. Smiley face.
Her mum
emoji.
responds,
Send.
hopefully, he's been doing a lot of work.
She makes a really bad joke and says, "How bad could it possibly be? Lots of car accidents in the emergency room or something."
Just lots of hours.
Great. All right. I'll see you on Sunday. Love you. And then she sends a text message to Peter really quickly. It's like, sorry, not sorry, but Sunday dinner in Mariner Bay with my parents. Sends that. and then goes into the training room to test her new simulation.
Okay. Cal.
Well, it's the morning, right?
It is. Is it a working day today for Cal?
I mean, every day's a working day. It just depends on what the work actually is. Today, the work happens to be teaching a robot alien English.
It feels like that sentence could have a comma in one of two places. Is it's like alien English or teaching a robot alien English? I'm
Possibly
curious
both.
either way.
Mhm. So
Teaching
not
a
doing
robot to
that.
love.
Cal can't even do
Musical
that. You think I can
available.
teach someone else that? Cal can't do that. How would he teach it? But yeah, I'm Rosetta Stoning this alien.
So the alien seems to have digested the data almost literally.
He ate the Rosetta. He ate the Rosetta Stone. The Rosetta Stone subscription I bought.
He seems to have quite easily interacted with the device, downloading it. You notice that he became quiet very quickly afterwards,
I
sitting
mean, there's a lot of data. You gotta
in a corner.
compile. You know.
It was more the need to kind of cross-reference the words and find a point at which they made sense for what he spoke. You know, having English to Spanish or English to French or English to German, all well and good. None of those are Cybertronian.
Right.
How do you start teaching a language to something that has no...
Well, you see, you start with the letters. So you start being like,
You
all right,
start at the very beginning.
yeah,
It's
I'm
about-
teaching it. I'm teaching it like a normal person would, in fact, teach a baby to start speaking.
Do you have any teaching aids out of curiosity?
Teaching aids. Define teaching aid,
Like, do you have
and
like
I'll
a
tell you whether or
drawing
not.
boards? You know,
Yes.
using it to like.
Cue
Have you got any
cards.
books out
Sesame
for like
Street.
those teaching
A
kids
puppet.
how
Cue
to
card.
draw the letters?
Yes,
I was just
absolutely,
gonna
I do.
say, like,
100%.
Some of those oversized
just
pens
start
to
making
hold
this
to
up
teach
on a
people
walk
to write.
Yeah, yep, for sure.
You hadn't thought about this,
Absolutely.
had you?
No, I was just going to start speaking to it, and it was going to start speaking to me. Like, you know how like an English person would point at an apple and be like, "That's an apple," and a French person would be like, "No, it's a palm." And then they go to war for 800 years.
French person would go, no, it's a pomme.
Bomb.
Non, c'est un pomme.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Qu'est-ce que vous dites, tu idiot?
And then you go to war for 800 years, and that's how you get translation. So
Feeling a little called out right now. Make me a cultures check.
Junior was on
what
your
if
name.
I just say no? What if I say no? I won't do that.
Do it anyway.
Cultures, right?
Yeah.
Cultures. All right. Let's get it. Let's get it, boys. Cultures check coming right up. Here comes a fumble. Cool. That's a 4. Let's see if I can fumble. That's a 3. So 3.
Let's have a look at this. 2d20 key. Is it key? I think that's right.
That's a 4 and a 1. You've rolled a 4 and a 1.
I did, in fact, roll a 4 and a 1. Between the Cybertronian and Cal, things are going very well. Very, very well. In
Swimmingly.
his English
Equal same
exchange
brain,
program.
dude. We're both dumb
Yeah.
as hell. We're both dumb as shit, which is why we get along.
It literally has turned into Cal is pointing at objects and basically shouting
Saying the word in English.
Yeah, it's not even saying it at this point. I think I want to say Cal's got a lot of patience. He's very good at pretending
Very,
an
very even
emotion
keel.
is an emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I want to say that at this point, even Cal's legendary patience has been tested to the
Well, I mean,
breaking
it wouldn't be
point.
a problem if he just didn't understand, but he keeps attacking the things I point at.
Yes, 100%. Because he's like frustrated, and after a few versions of Cal pointing at something and shouting, like he's got I don't know, there's a bucket
Toolbox.
over there, a toolbox. There's
Bucket.
a toolbox over there, and he's got like a wrench, and it's like wrench, and the Decepticon's just like shouting something in completely unintelligible language, and Cal's
Out of
just like,
curiosity, if I
Wrench,
use the
omelette de fromage.
exactly,
Wrench, omelette de fromage.
and then
real quick, I just want to see what would have happened if I had used the dice roller, because this is a new dice roller.
go for it. The
So,
Decepticon
let's
takes said wrench,
I mean,
crunches
it's literally two better than what it would have been, but still crap.
crunches it into a ball, and then throws it so hard that it embeds the wrench into the cinder block wall of the storage unit.
Mother. Trace essence of goddamn it.
But I will say that by
Give me
that
3
sort
weeks.
of midday point, they have learned one word from each other.
We've both learned how to say the F word in each other's languages.
You have learned, I want to say
Jeez.
frag. I want to say frag is the Decepticon
Battlestar
equivalent
Galactica, but
of.
we'll allow it.
I want to say it's the Decepticon or Cybertronian equivalent as well.
Hold on, real quick. Let me just Google Cybertronian language.
No, it's frack. Tell a lie.
All right, let's see. Cybertronian language, cursing. No, not cruising, cursing.
Yep, frag. Frag. So you have learned how to say the word frag
There I was.
in
cruising with
Cybertronian.
our
And he has learned his new favorite word, and the only word he knows how to say in English at this point in time.
It's banana.
It begins with F.
No,
It ends in
yeah,
J,
we all know what the word is, but
and we don't need to
we'll
repeat
wait.
it. Yeah.
Double waffle.
We'll wait until the eventual confrontation where the Cybertronian like morphs to fight something, and it just says a bunch of stuff that no one can understand and punctuated with the F word.
Yep. Just as it slams it into the ground. Yep.
001100001. Beep. Yo.
Ooh.
How are you doing this lovely Tuesday?
Who?
You know, a little heartburn.
That food really did not sit very well with you.
All right. Yeah. Well, assume I have a class, so we'll do that. And after that, I'm popping into the command center, and I want to set up a tracking program for that masked vigilante.
I don't know how you're gonna track him. I guess satellite is the way.
Do you have any suggestions as to how you wish to track?
Yeah, I'm like because he appears randomly in random places, but people have phones, people have TikTok, things like that. So when and like tracking hashtags and things like that.
Oh,
like,
creating like a digital map of anyone who's had a sighting of him based on like internet
yeah,
activity to see the areas he is
and
most
set up
frequent in.
alerts. So like if somebody starts live streaming him, I'll get an alert. If nothing else, maybe I can triangulate a spot to track him down.
I will say, make me a technology check. Difficulty is going to be 12. I will give you a lend assistance from Alpha, either an upshift or edge.
I'll definitely take edge. 14. Why am I not seeing the rolls? It's weird.
Probably
Do I
takes a while to
do I need to
load.
reload Foundry?
It
Foundry-
won't roll the dice physically, but I'm seeing the roll here as 14.
Yeah, like
If it has a D2 in it at the moment, it won't physically roll the dice, unfortunately.
weird. Yeah, 'cause I saw the dice roll. It's just not coming up on the chat log for me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Scroll
it's
it.
showing on here.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah,
Got a 14.
who knows? But I succeeded.
You did indeed. So with Alpha's help, you are able to put together your tracking program. So when the masked rider shows up and people begin to use any sort of hashtag, record any sort of footage, any kind of police scanner reports go out, there will be a ping on your communicator to alert you to this fact. And hopefully you can jump on your trusty Q's car.
Just teleport right there.
I know, I just thought it was more amusing.
You teleport
that, yeah.
into the boot of the car. In the trunk. You just pop out of that, like you just pop out of the trunk of a car, which is not the weirdest thing that's happened on a college campus.
No, not by a long shot, to be
That's
fair.
because that
Thank you.
happened on my high school campus once.
I'll climb into the trunk. We'll teleport the whole car, and then I'll pop out of the trunk and attack the masked rider.
Just attacks a random civilian. Thursdays. Okay. Anything else from Sarah?
With that set up, I should probably go to work.
Off to the juice
Pick up
bar.
shift. Yeah.
Out of curiosity, and this is a question for you, and it's just a curiosity. It's not a Bert's or Ernie's.
Oh, Bert's is the one at like on campus, right?
Yes.
When we've been
Ernie's is the one
yeah,
in town.
further into yeah. So generally Bert's just because it's closer to home.
Okay.
Yeah.
You arrive at Bert's. He does seem to have kind of pulled himself together for the most part. He's functioning more everything's working a little bit better. He doesn't seem to be quite as distracted or sort of spaced out as he was before. There's definitely no references to having another brother, which is all for the best, really, all things considered. He does, however, sort of seem to be kind of all over the place with the schedule. And you find that while there should be half a dozen people scheduled, you and two other individuals, new starters for the 2023 year, are the only people working. And it's a little bit on the busy side. But manageable. You know, in that way that as long as everybody works really hard, it's all good.
All right.
Q. I have
Yes.
an important question for you first. After your reconciliation with your parents yesterday, with your father more than your mother,
Mhm.
where did you stay? Did you go home? Did you go to the command center? Did you go to your dorm?
I went back to my dorm in my car, which was with me at the beach.
Just
Sarah
in
pops
case.
Oh,
out
was
of
it
the trunk.
really?
It's like, darling, why is there banging coming from your boot? No reason.
It's okay. It's a helmet thing. Tap tap. What
Haptic
does
feedback from my Power Rangers suit?
Yep. What does the Tuesday then bring for Q? Early morning and all.
Well, I've just been working out what would Q's morning look like. It goes something like this: 5 a.m. get up, do kata practice. 5:30 go for a run. 6 a.m. flexibility work. 6:30 weights. 7 a.m. shower, get dressed, have breakfast. And then between 7:30 and classes starting, it's maybe run a martial arts class and then go and have a shower and then start college.
Q's already had 3 showers today.
For the record,
Yeah.
I'm tired
Yeah.
just listening to that.
Thinking about it.
Seriously.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I'm going to
And-
kill him.
and
this time, I
y'all-
think.
And y'all thought Sophie was a workaholic.
Wow.
Yeah. Q is kind of a workaholic, just not with his studies.
For clarification,
He
Same
might have,
problem, different flavor.
I was going to say, he might have stepped up his regimented approach following the re-arrival of Evil Jason.
Right, that guy.
for clarification for me, the martial arts class he's
Hmm.
teaching, is that a hip hop Kido class or
It would depend on the day. So if he was doing a community class, it would probably be if he was doing one on campus, it might be more self-defensey. If he was actually taking a class himself, then it would be kind of karate martial arts, rather than hip hop Kido. So he's still teaching it, but yeah.
if you don't mind then, for the purposes of today, I will say that the class is a hip hop Kido class he is teaching. And it is one
Okay.
of the more martial arts focused as opposed to sort of performance-y, dancey focused classes. It's kind of separated it into different tiers as it were, kind of like an introductory class that's more exercise and dancing, and then a more advanced class that's taking that into a
Ivo, but
more
cool.
It's like a spectrum, you might say, of where it sits between
wow.
performative dance and martial arts. And
Listen,
do,
You
do
know-
we get a story point for the plug?
That's fantastic. If only somebody could think of something like that right there to use as like a channel name, or, and yes, you've got a story point. Um,
Didn't even need to screw up my roll.
everybody's favorite security guards turned barista turned small coffee shop owner has been attending the classes. He wasn't in the best of shape when he first started, but he's driven, and you've noticed that in your dealings with him the whole time. You know, he lost his job, he found something new. So even if it was sort of on the outskirts of Angel Grove, he found something new. He managed to push that into a franchise opportunity. He's pushed that, and now he's training in martial arts. Clearly, this is a man who wants something, and he's getting ready to fight the putties, the tenga, anything else that might threaten his staff and or livelihood. And in fact, let's see how well he does. Apparently, not very well today, because the dice roller does not like me. Because I've rolled a 4 and a 2. He's having a
Let's
pretty
go.
bad
Big
day,
ups.
and you notice that his head just doesn't seem to be in it as much today. He's
head
fatigued.
in game.
His swings just aren't there. Being the instructor you are, do you say anything?
Yes, but I wait till the end of the class.
Okay.
Or actually, where have we ended the class, or are we still during the class?
It's your call. When do you want to say something?
So what I've been doing, like runs and katas and checking things, and I'll be kind of doing like one-to-one work, going around, kind of working on specific pointers for people, of key things for them to work on. And when I get to, it's Graham, isn't it? Have I remembered that right?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. So when I get to Graham, I just go, yeah, is everything okay today, Graham?
It's just been a really long couple of nights. Couple of my staff have been sick. I've just been trying to cover some shifts, and I just haven't quite got enough sleep. I think I'm just a bit fatigued, maybe a little bit under the weather myself, but it'll be good.
It's yeah, just you've got it, and you can do it. Just remember that to be at your best, you need to treat yourself with the same love of other people.
He sort of looks around a little bit and makes sure that nobody's kind of too close to hear what he's saying. When I was a security guard, all I had to do was make sure nobody went where they weren't supposed to, filled out the right paperwork. And then when I worked at the Happy Yak, I made coffee, hot chocolates. But now I'm responsible for other people. It's the first time, and it's difficult adjusting.
There are different ways of looking at that. So when you're a security guard, you won't just stop people from going places. There's also an element of the safe. Sometimes that is by not letting them walk into a server room that's about to explode. When you were serving at the Happy Yak, you were still responsible for making sure that people didn't get drinks that would scald them, or food that would poison them, or something that would put them in imminent danger. So you were responsible for people there. Now, you're still doing the same thing. You're living your life in service of others. You've done in every role. It might be more exhausting. Maybe giving yourself enough time to take a breath, take a step back and take that all in. I mean, you have an unfaultable, indomitable spirit, which is the most amazing thing to bring to every day. That everybody needs to take their foot off the gas at some point. Just be kind to yourself.
I'll take that into consideration. I've not heard that. I've not heard it like that before. It's interesting. It's an interesting way to look at it. Yeah.
Anyway, first position. I think he goes back into the structured training. Just one position at a time, just to get him back on the track.
Out of curiosity, with your teaching influence, do you provide him assistance?
I do. So on a non-combat skill check, you get an edge and an upshift. Oh no, if he's specialized, then... Oh no, if specialized, I'm specialized. That works. So yeah, so I can give 2. So give him an edge and an upshift. It takes twice as long, but in this situation, that's fine.
Let's have a look and see. That's a little bit better. We got a nice, decent 17 this time. So his motivational speech from his sensei has clearly had the right effect, as Graham puts on a much better showing this time round. And you can see from the look on his face that he knows he's done better, and he is definitely feeling the positivity from a job well done.
Cool. Q will continue with the class, and yeah, all good.
Pete, did you get your message from Sophie?
I had a message. Was I not sitting
I
in my chair?
appreciate you weren't here at the moment. That's why I was asking. That's why I checked.
What was my
Oh,
message?
wait. It says, oh, what did I say that it said like half an hour ago? It said, sorry, not sorry, but Sunday dinner in Mariner Bay with my parents. Heart emoji.
Pete will send back the like face of utter shock. The face, that one. Okay. Done. Kiss. Do I need to panic? Second message comes through. Like, do I need to panic? Send. Do I need to like bring anything? Send. Is there a dress code? Send.
She's
flag
starting to see these
received.
panicked messages, and he doesn't get a reply back for a bit. And then it says, no dress code. Don't worry about bringing things. Unsure if Dad will make it. So maybe you'll get lucky. And then it's a laughing emoji. And then there's the next message, like she sends that as a joke, like just to be facetious. And then another message comes in and it says, don't worry, you know this had to happen eventually. You'll be okay.
He'll just text back, what kind of flowers does your mom like?
She sent back Lily of the Valley.
And he'll just note that down in his journal. Like reminder, buy flowers.
Oh. I'm sorry. I am on my third coffee. I'm mildly unhinged.
Q, I have a important question.
Okay.
The question.
A question.
A question.
I think we established that Peter is aware of the importance of this week.
Yes.
Have you told anybody else?
No. Or I should say, not yet. Because the intention is to do so, but as it gets nearer to the end of the week.
So, as the day goes on, then, and you receive another message, this one from your mother, not your father, just asking for you to pop down to the beach and help out after you finish all your classes. What do you say?
The cat just took far too long to work out he could jump onto my lap. He is currently on steroids, and I mean that literally. He is not very well, and he is on steroids. And it is sometimes
spacey.
hilarious. Yeah, he's either like completely zoned out and just like, I really love you. I just want to sit with you. Or he's doing 90 miles an hour between two positions that are about a meter apart. It's like,
He's
And then-
doing that
yeah,
thing
anyway,
that the Flash can do where he's creating two of him with speed.
Oh no.
yes, exactly. And now he's
Speed
just a bit
big
confused
time.
as to what he should be doing with himself. Yeah, so question from Mum. Yeah, so I absolutely will go and meet her at the beach for whatever needs doing this evening.
What are the rest of you doing this evening?
Well, I mean, thanks to an upshift I was given, I think I'm at the drive-through at Burger King.
On your bike?
No, I'm walking through the drive-through. I'm sorry. I'll shut up now.
I don't think you're allowed to walk through a drive-through.
You're
You
not
are.
for
I've
sure.
done
No.
it.
They get very
They get
arsed.
really
That
mad
was
when
my
you try that.
problem with the statement.
They get
I was
mad,
really kind of
actually.
like,
You
I
can't
don't
even
think
do
you're
it on
allowed to
do
rollerblades.
that.
Trust
And it's
me.
not just the people at the fast food place that get mad. Anyone else in the drive-through will also get mad at you.
I'm going to go Sarah first. What are you doing this evening?
Tuesday night. After, yeah, I'll check in with Kyle. There's his name. See how.
Oh, I should probably do that.
Check with Kyle.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Hey,
yeah.
have you heard from your friend Q? I've sent him a message or two, but he's not responding. And I just needed to know if perhaps maybe he could help with some more choreography. Yeah, that was it. Just some choreography help. He was so good at the choreography before in our last performance, and just
Like, I feel like I don't need to roll insight on that.
I mean, you
I
were
would say
there
like
when
the
you saw him.
difficulty is like a 1.
Like,
Yeah.
Sarah
can't
saw
fail.
him firing off 50 texts at once. Like, you were there when that happened.
Yeah, it's also true. Yeah.
You know, you don't like. You know that he's weird about this.
Right. I haven't seen him today. Oh, I think he was wrapping up a class when I got to work, I think, but we didn't really.
What is
Place
what
was
does he
slammed,
teach?
so like martial arts.
Oh, that's really cool. Where?
I feel like it's a bad idea to tell him that.
At the juice bar. Where else does anyone teach anything?
Huh. I've always wanted to learn how to defend myself. You know, putties and those flying bird things.
You
I
know,
wouldn't
for
want to
sure.
fight like an actual monster, but like that bee thing, no, but I can take a putty.
I mean,
I
that
can
bee
take
seemed like a
three.
bitch, so I don't. It's probably fine.
Yeah, I'll check it out. The juice bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's the planning going for the?
Yeah, it's going really well. As I said, I need to touch base with Q, see if maybe he could do some more choreography work, really help out. Otherwise, I'd have to speak to Jason, and I just
Oh God! Don't do that. Don't.
no,
Never do
I
that.
just
Never
I think
talk to
Q's
that man in your
definitely
life.
got the better working ethic.
The better
Yeah.
personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we can afford like the baby oil budget that Jason would need.
Why would you put that in my brain? Oh God.
You've not been to the gym while he's there. You practically have to like scrape down the machines
Oh, I think.
with a squeegee.
Oh God. Ew.
None of it is actually oil. He's just an excessive sweater.
Oh.
It's like a river in a desert. Like,
I'm not sure which is worse.
You really? Right. Well, do you?
I mean, at least the
need any-
sweating one you can't really hold against him. That's just a natural bodily function. If it's oil, he's a prick. Like,
But I mean, you could hold the sweat against him because he's not cleaning it up.
Yeah,
He's
that,
that guy
I
who
mean,
doesn't clean the
yeah,
machine when he's done with
yeah,
it.
that makes him a bad person. But if it's
Yeah.
oil, like I feel like oil is worse.
You know, it's definitely worse, yeah. But either way, clean your machines after you use them.
For
This
sure.
has been the
for sure.
public service announcement from Spectrum Gaming.
You're welcome, guys.
Making the world a better place.
Do you need anything from me?
Just any sort of set list or anything else that would be good. But beyond that, no, we're good. Yeah.
We should probably
Is
have a
is
practice
is Kelsey going to be there again?
sometime
Because
soon.
it could be. I'm not saying that the idea of an actual Power Ranger being there is good for security and morale, but I'm not saying it isn't.
I mean, assuming she's not busy doing Power Ranger crap, she'll probably be there.
Cool.
Are you okay?
Cool.
You're a little more Kyle than normal. Like you're like a 12.
Wow, his name just got turned into an insult.
Yeah, just you ever think sometimes you've got too much energy and too many
Mhm.
thoughts and there's too many voices and you just need to do and be,
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, maybe taking the class would be good for you. Maybe not with Q, because I feel like that would be distracting for you and him potentially.
or inspirational.
But maybe one way to find out, I suppose.
Let's do it.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I ain't got no more plans. I guess I'll go do some homework. I haven't done that yet.
Fun. Let's see
Well, we
how
got like 6 papers or due.
let's see
Yeah.
how Sarah is doing, academically speaking.
Oh God.
Yep, you said it, and from your mouth to the viewers' ears.
All right.
Let's go with a performance check.
Huh.
However,
Whoever.
it is not. You're not doing like a dance or singing. You're doing you're writing a paper on what you know. So it's a performance-based check, but none of your specialities would apply at this point. You could use a story point for a different speciality, like the history of
Okay.
rock and
But I
roll.
still get edge because it's related to.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. And we also have 1,000 story points, so I'm gonna spend one.
Okay.
That critical 15 looks like.
Very nice. And it's critical on the 8 and the 4.
Oh, and the double crit. Okay.
Yeah. I will say you're doing fairly well academically, bearing in mind I do believe Sarah is here on a scholarship. She's
Mhm.
not currently at risk of losing said scholarship,
Oh, good.
which is obviously good for herself and for her bandmates. But there is a bit of a buckle down and make sure that you are focusing on your studies attitude from her course leader. I don't know if you have. That's what we
Student
call it.
advisor,
Yeah,
guidance
student
counselor.
advisor. Yeah, just to make sure that you're not at risk of pushing too much of your creative focuses on your band work. And yeah,
Oh, and we're back. Okay.
Panic.
Yes.
What is Cal doing this evening, other than
This evening-
possibly breaking drive-through rules?
Well, I feel like after a full
Put some
day of
cheese on it.
after a full like morning and afternoon of trying to teach a thing English, I'll pick up a night shift, I guess, at one of my jobs that has night shifts. And
Okay.
then so yeah. I'll leave the robot. I'll say goodnight. He'll curse me out. And yeah. I will teach this thing how to speak proper English. I swear to you this. I don't know how I'll do it, considering apparently teaching is based on cultures checks, which I do not have and will not have. But we'll get there.
Okay. You are not currently a student at the UCAG, being a
I
few
am not.
years older than the others.
Never even went to college.
Who needs college?
Every time somebody mentions college, all I can sing in my head is "I wish I could go back to college" from Avenue Q.
I would like from our lovely Yellow Ranger, make me a brawn check.
Brawn?
Brawn?
All right. Braum?
You're just gonna wrestle the knowledge into him.
It's literally just fighting. All right.
Slap him until he learns to speak.
That's a
properly.
20.
You are doing absolutely fantastic at your night
At the
job.
drive-through.
Yep.
At the
You're
drive-through.
just
Oh wait, hold on. Wait, no, wait.
shifting
That could be.
boxes.
I forgot. I was given an upshift. That could be higher. Give me a second. Nope, it's not. It's lower. In fact, 19.
You are doing absolutely fantastic at your night job, just hefting boxes left and right. It's tiring, even for Cal. It's been a long couple of days.
It's okay. I'll just electrocute
And-
myself.
Even with the grids sort of helping to heal your wounds, it's still exhausting being a Power Ranger, even one that isn't currently having to fight things.
God, I wish I could be fighting things. But until I open up a line of communication with my motorcycle, I don't think I'll be able to convince him to let me ride him into battle.
I mean, you might be able to convince him to use you as a human shield.
You finally noticed the moth.
I did notice the moth as it was flying in front of my camera.
How long has that moth been there?
Mothra.
At least 5 minutes.
Yeah, you could convince him to use you as a human shield.
The human shield that sits on his back.
Yeah, just in
While we
case.
go around town.
Your
being
wearable
equal.
armor.
Sophie, you've spent the day in the training room. Did you go to class at all? You are muted.
Hello. Oh, yes. It would help if I unmuted myself. The class that she shares with Pete, when does it happen during the day? The Cladio's Pete class.
That was in the morning. You missed that one.
No, I definitely missed it.
You definitely
Peter
missed that one. Yeah, that
definitely-
was the class
definitely
first
noticed.
thing in the morning.
Of course it is.
What
Well
are they doing,
then.
Pete?
She
Don't worry,
Um,
he's let Clado Pete know, like, obviously, like, she's gonna be off today. You left her in bed on purpose.
space jet lag.
Shuttle lag.
Left on bed.
She just in her mind has rationalized it and is like, you know what, I'll just start tomorrow. Just like she said yesterday to herself. The lies you tell yourself. So she just spends the afternoon in the in the training room. Violence.
Roll me.
Training room violence.
So we're not going to do an entire combat encounter. So what I'd like for you to do is roll me 4 combat checks of your choice, melee or ranged, against a difficulty of. Bear with me 1 second. Presumably, you are fighting something big and green.
Yes.
Oscar the
Yeah.
Grouch.
Yes. 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 Yes.
I just need to check the
Shrek.
That's punny. I appreciate that. Apologies, everybody. I will edit this out for the YouTube content, but for the lovely Twitch people, you just have to give me 1 moment because I have not put the stats for this particular threat in the book. From the book into Foundry.
Just make something up. Also, I know we're not doing a full combat encounter, which is totally cool, but I feel like Sophie would be using her full range of abilities, which includes things like hard target. So can I also roll for that?
Just roll the attack skills because it's not going to be dependent on the actual combat bits. I just want to see how well she does.
Sure.
Cool. 25 is the difficulty number you're looking against.
Okay, yeah. Okay, let's do it. So that is a D8. That is a D8 for targeting. Oh, that's not good. Also not good. Ah. Okay. Okay, that is amazing, actually. Okay, cool. So I rolled a 7, a 5, a 17, and a 24 with a crit on the D4 and a natural 20. Oh, wow. Sorry, it's not a crit. I rolled the wrong skill die. It's a D8, not a D4. I rolled a 27 though. It's not a crit, but it's a 27.
There's just dice going everywhere on my screen.
Loads of dice. They'll disappear in a sec. So sorry. How many of those were above 25?
One,
One. That's
the
okay,
27.
because only one dice roll from Trek was above. I got one dice roll that was a 23. So I think out of every dice roll I
Okay,
made for
uh,
Trek, only one dice roll would have actually been able to hit you.
hold on. My evasion is base 7 or base 19. Yeah, and then I probably would have done hard target as part of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, she's a dodgy.
Yeah. So
She's
the
very
combat
dodgy.
is essentially very much a drawn out exchange of blows with Trek chasing, let's say Trek, with the green Psycho Ranger that is Peter, because this is the Peter Psycho Ranger chasing after Sophie
Do
through the simulation, trying to
I
slam
have a
into her.
Yeah. And I'm just kidding. I have a question. Do I recognize bits of Peter's fighting style in this guy, or
No,
this
not
guy's
in the
totally different?
slightest. This is rage.
He's a whole different
This
beast.
is, yeah, there is nothing from the very little you saw of Psycho Green in this alternate universe. It was raw strength that
All brute force, no finesse.
Peter wished he had, because this guy has brawn. Sorry, Pete.
I'm
And
smarter than him. It's fun.
Ouch. Ouch.
and just rage, and in its monstrous form, it just keeps trying to hit like a dump truck, just charging and throwing blow after blow after blow.
And I think she's just yeah, with the safeties off, it hurts a little, right? Getting roughed
It
up
does
by
indeed.
this Green
Yeah.
Psycho Ranger. Little bit, right? So when she's finally had enough of that, it's like what, 4 or 5 in the afternoon, I guess.
It is definitely
Like,
approaching evening
later in
time.
the day.
Everybody would have left classes. People would be going on to do like nighttime jobs, homework, whatever it is they've got to focus on.
Sophie switches the simulation to, I don't know, have it play around her as she sits down and take a break and just like studies. It's almost like she's trying to study her own memories through the simulation room, and takes her helmet off, but she's still morphed. And she sends another text message to Peter, and it says, would you know if I wasn't me? She sends that. And then it's like she's studying the footage, and then she's watching like a fight with the demons and the Lightspeed Rangers. That's what she's watching now. She sends a text message to Peter.
I'd like to interject and say that rather than getting a text response, when she sends the text message, she literally hears Peter's phone go off from behind her. And he's kind of just been observing what you've been doing for the last 20 minutes or so. Standing there with you know, when you go to the dry cleaners and you get one of those bags that are for your clothes. He's standing there with like a dry cleaning bag and then like a bouquet of like blue flowers.
Pause simulation, and everything stops around her, and she says, "I didn't notice you come in. How long you've been standing there?"
So I'm assuming that was me as dark me, yeah. I kind of look like a dragon. It's annoying that he looks cooler than me, but we'll talk about that later. Well, yeah, all of this. So we need to talk about this, but tonight we are having. I'm not taking no ifs and or buts. We're joining Q at the festival this evening. I've got you a present, and he hands like an outfit, which is like a nice sort of like wintry outfit, but very Sophie style. He's bought her a new outfit. He's got her a load of flowers. He's like, not taking a no for an answer. This is we'll call it exchange for Sunday dinner and me not panicking about it. Okay? No no's for an answer. We're having a nice normal evening.
She sighs and she says, and simulation, everything disappears, and she takes the presents and she says, "Thank you," and gives him a kiss and heads to her room.
I mean, as she goes, Pete will reactivate the simulation and start fighting Psycho Green quickly. I kid. We'll say that for later.
It is like the most perfect outfit, apparently, because it's just like, how did he know my size? This is a really cute dress. And she's like extremely
You
impressed.
would have gone into the dress shop and gone, she's about
But while
this
you were
big.
sleeping,
She's about. When I hug her, she's like this big.
This.
Yay.
She's hugged this member of
obviously
staff
got
in the
help.
shop to go, no, you're. No.
He obviously got help from Q.
You.
He obviously got help from Q.
Um,
This is not a Pete thing. Like, Q probably told him what to buy.
As she like obviously comes into her room after like shower and whatnot, she'll see like, was it an effigy they were making for the festival? Is that the word for it?
Effigy, yep.
No. Oh, the effigy is the right term, but I didn't think they were.
Pyre is
What has
what
Matt
they're
told you?
making, but effigy would be the right term for what you're thinking.
Is
So
that
a
what
pyre
they're,
is
like-
what they're making, and effigy is something you build to burn or destroy. But it's a pyre that they're
on
making.
the pyre? Yeah.
No, they're building a pyre.
Oh, I thought they were building like little effigy things to burn on the
Just a
pyres as
pyre.
well. As like sort of. Oh, okay. Oh, never mind. I was going to say that Pete had got like a little effigy for Sophie to take with her as well, like in the shape of a unicorn, and his would be a little dragon. But yeah,
Flowers. Flowers works.
I did get her flowers. I got her flowers.
They're really beautiful. She's not gonna burn those flowers. She's gonna put them in a vase and leave it in her room.
This evening, rather, Peter and Sophie are going to join the lovely Q in or at the beach. However, as they teleport nearby, Q, you've stopped not too far away, but at one of the local shops for your mother to pick up a few bits and pieces in your car. And you do have the inevitable car Tetris, which I'm not even going to ask you to roll for, because
I was going to say,
We
we've
have
been watching my
seen your
Twitter
car
feed.
Tetris abilities.
I've seen the pictures. You're very good at this. You pick up some foldable tables. You pick up some. I'm trying to think of what they're called. The serving trays that are
Platters?
you plug in to keep the food
Oh,
warm.
a hot plate.
We'll go with hot plate.
Yeah.
Just bits and pieces like that. Some. You know what? Brains wandered off, so we're going to keep going. Basically, you pick up bits and pieces for
There's
the
food.
feast tonight. And
Party essentials.
yes, when you get to the beach, you see that Peter and Sophie are already there. Peter is being bossed about by your mother, who he knows. And this is definitely not the first time you've seen this. And probably won't be the last, if we're being honest with ourselves. But
I'd like to
Peter,
point out he's not being tossed around. He's happily helping.
he may be happy helping, but he's still being bossed around.
Just whether
Peter-
or not he's okay with it.
Yeah,
Accept your lot in life.
Peter, roll me an alertness check.
Hello
Are
there.
you aware that you are being bullied by Kuzma?
Oh, well, that's a 5.
You are not aware.
I am not aware.
Wow.
I think Sophie, if she notices Q, will offer to help him get stuff out of his car.
That would be amazing, thank you.
And she just says, "Hey, I have no idea what's happening here, but Peter insisted I join in the festivities." And she's just carrying stuff on.
Well, it's kind of as Q loads himself up and swings the boot shut. He's just like, "Do you want to know, or are you just happy for an evening at the beach?"
I mean, I'm curious.
And
I mean, I would love to hear from you. And she's walking alongside him.
I don't know why I'm miming carrying stuff. It's that I'm just like, "Hey, what you gonna
In
do?"
character.
Yeah. So, has Pete told you that I'm not from round here originally?
Sophie smirks and she says, "No, really." And she's just laughing it off, like, you know.
So, Q's on. My family, we're from this little island just off Spain, and we have a piece of like folklore. Some say it's history, some say it's folklore. And this week is our preparation to celebrate for the festival of the Hungry Harbourmaster. So the tale goes that the town, very little like fishing town, was having trouble securing enough fish, and the fishermen were having to go further and further and further out to sea to get any kind of catch. And this one day when they were out, this kind of monolithic storm blew in, and all of the townsfolk had huddled together. People had been like sharing food just as, you know, supplies dwindled and stuff. And it became apparent that unless the beacon kind of out on the top of the rocks was lit, that the fishermen would die if they tried to come home. So the harbour master gathered up what supplies he could, and he went and set about keeping the beacon lit. And against all odds in the storm, fishermen saw the beacon and they were able to return home safely. And when they went up onto the rocks to go and find him and bring him home, he wasn't there anymore. The fire was out, but in his place was this kind of giant iridescent statue of the form of the harbour master. So kind of ever since then, the fishermen have always returned with good catches. So every year, we get together, we share the food that we have, and then on the kind of the actual day itself, we light this giant fire and keep it burning like through the night.
So this isn't the actual day of the festival, and Sophie looks a little confused. Or is this
So-
like?
Yeah, so it's kind of, it grew and grew into a bigger thing, and there's this whole idea that the Hungry Harbourmaster kind of looks over the young, and he is part of their guide into adulthood. So if you don't celebrate it when you're young, then you won't become an adult, you won't become respected. And as an adult, you do it for the safeguarding of like the future and people and community. So it's turned into like this week long of preparation. So the kids go and find driftwood to build and maintain the fire that runs throughout the night. The teenagers that are turning 18 during that year, they have to keep the fire burning throughout the night. And a lot of the families just tend to get together in the evening, each evening in the week, and we share food and we eat together on the beach and kind of just chill out and have kind of nice family community time. Oh, and we dress, and you notice that Q is not in red. He is again in like a blue and mighty stripe thing with a red hat and kind of looking a bit more nautical. And he says, and we dress a bit more nautically themed.
I
Sophie
forgot
looks
about
down
the
at-
Harbor Festival.
Sophie looks down at what she's wearing and says, I imagine it's some kind of nautical theme, pretty thing. And she says, did you happen to help Peter pick this out? There's no way he could have figured this out on his own. And she kind of makes a joke out of it.
Q looks at the dress and goes, oh, I thought you just got yourself a nice dress. No, he did that on his own.
There's an actual look of surprise, and she's like,
Insight check.
Can
I mean,
Michael, if you're okay with it, could Sarah have helped him get it?
I was going to say, it could have been Sarah. She could have helped him.
Good point. I should probably check that. Otherwise,
Oh.
I owe someone an apology.
Was there a dress that Peter wanted and they didn't actually have that one, so he had to get a different one, and that happened to be the one that was the right one?
Sod it, yes, do that. Really, the
He
dress
wanted a
he was
green
going to
dress.
get was hideous.
It was green. It had little
It
dragons
was
on it.
so impressive.
Like lots of ruffles, yeah.
See, part of me would really like to say that Pete actually knew what he was doing, but I think he probably would have asked Sarah for help.
Sophie and Q, make me an alertness check with a downshift. Difficulty is going to be
Come on.
12.
I would like
Is it
to
down
use.
to-
Is
I would
it
like to
is
use
it
my
still
own shift.
Tuesday? Is it still Tuesday?
It is still Tuesday,
Tuesday
and it's
evening?
perception based.
All right. I would like to use an idea point to roll
Go for
that
it.
with an edge. Because I still have mine. Oh, hell yeah. Woo!
Made 12 on the button.
The button.
I rolled a 19.
You are both chatting away, carrying bits and pieces back and forth from the car. And you notice that Peter is wandering the beach, helping to sort of find some driftwood, carry some of the bigger bits that the children can't. And as you watch a smaller child, maybe 8 years old, sneaks behind Peter, moving as quietly as he possibly could,
And he hits him with a
His
German
feet-
suplex.
are making no sound on the sand. He pulls out a dragon dagger This one clearly made of foam and plastic. It's kind of crooked at one point where it's been used to hit something before. And right at the very end, gone.
With a 17, do I have enough time to pull out my phone and take a picture of this kid behind Peter?
Yep.
I will
And you
ta-
could
I will
warn him
take-
if you wanted
I will
to.
take a. Oh, I'm not gonna warn him. I'm gonna
Absolutely.
take a zoomed-in picture of this kid wielding this foam dragon dagger behind
About to
Peter,
shank
so
Peter.
that I'm gonna let this kid do it because Hugh just explained it was like a festival for the children or whatever, and I'm like gonna let this kid have fun, but also like, hey, look, there's a kid with a toy dragon dagger.
The kid takes another step, jumps as high as his little legs will carry him, which is like
How good is this kid's vert? You gotta tell us. Is he gonna be a basketball player in the future? How's his
not
vert?
as high as he makes it maybe mid chest height.
Okay,
on
respectable.
Peter.
He can grow.
And strikes him
When-
with the dragon dagger.
Perspective
so
2028.
right before he jumps, I switch from taking a picture to a video, and I catch this kid doing it.
Just like, yeah.
As to like kind of protect him, like the kid from hurting himself is doing it. Like Pete just kind of throws the driftwood in the air and like takes the hit, but like grabs like the kid to fall down with him. It's like, oh, Dylan, no.
Just for the
kid's
record,
name is now
he
Dylan.
stabbed you in the back, not the chest.
Oh,
So
did he
he
come from
snuck
behind?
up on
Oh,
behind
I
you?
thought he
Like,
snuck
yep.
up and come.
Nope.
Oh, okay, cool. So he's fine then. People
Peter
turn
takes
around like,
Dylan
Dylan,
takes
why?
6 real damage.
You,
That's all
when
about
you
health.
turned around, it's a bit difficult
Very
because
difficult.
it's later in the evening, and there is a moment where the lack of light, the shadows, everything makes things more difficult to work out. But your mind is taken back to that first day that you became a Power Ranger, that day in the park where you were running around in your Green Ranger cosplay, and the kids that you were playing with, having those little fights, to the kid that fell over and hurt himself.
Ah, it's that kid.
It is indeed.
I'm gonna say his name's Dylan.
And he looks up at you, having sort of fallen to one knee because it's difficult jumping and landing on the sand, especially in the dark. And just with his dragon dagger slightly more bent now, just says, "I'm the Green Ranger."
Wow, Dylan, it looks like you have defeated me. I think you just might have the right stuff to be the Green Ranger, my dear boy.
We found him. It's the kid.
At this point, Sophie stops taking the video and then turns to Q and continues on and just says, "So you mean to tell me the year you turned 18, you had to stay up and keep this fire going?" And they have a conversation about traditions and things.
Q ignores the first question and just goes, "So are your ovaries throbbing yet?" Referring to Peter being good for
Jesus
kids.
Christ! Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
So Sophie short circuits for like a good solid like 10 to 15 seconds as her face starts turning bright red, and then she says, "I have no idea what you're talking about," as she is adeptly posting a shortened version of the video on her social media with the caption, "Find you a guy that's good with kids."
At this point, having received a text message from John Peter, Sarah walks up in just full Popeye cosplay. I think
That
I just
happened.
missed a sick burn.
Sophie is still bright red, and she says, I have no idea what you're talking about. And Sarah, if she's on social media, right? She'll see the video that will get posted like almost immediately.
While all of this is going on, you can just see Pete and hear Pete in the background, like screaming in putty, whilst like running around with little bits of driftwood, like fighting the kids.
Q looks at Pete and says to Sarah, "Is he teaching the kids how to swear in putty?"
I don't know. Maybe probably.
Sophie just
Cute.
says, "I can't tell. Too bad it isn't Eltarian." And she laughs.
Q looks at Sarah and goes, "Slightly insensitive, but
He said it
2
was
points for
nautical
effort.
theme. I don't know. This is the only nautical thing I can think of.
And did you just have this already?"
Oh no, no, God no. I stopped at a costume store on the way.
"Oh, well, bless you for coming out in public. Here, help with this." And he gives.
It was this or Donald Duck, and I figured you might want me to wear pants. So
This is true. And he gives Sarah half of the hot plates to carry. And he also checks that his car is still where he parked it.
it's early.
Is it still there?
So what's the
Oh,
deal?
Sarah immediately, Sophie immediately tells Sarah, "I'm gonna leave Q to explain it to you, and I'm gonna go." And she immediately runs off as like she's trying to recover from Q's whole comment, and
What did you say to
runs
her?
away.
Like, I don't think I've ever seen her that shade.
Well, she was videoing Peter getting shanked by a small kid that thought he was the Green Ranger. And then Pete subsequent playing around with the kids. And I just asked her if her ovaries had started throbbing yet or not.
Oh.
If I'm going to have to hang around with you readers, I need to at least make it entertaining.
The leader of the bunch, you know
What do
him
you mean,
well.
new breeders? Listen.
Yeah, that was
I gotta hang around with you breeders, said the gay guy to the gay girl.
Yes.
Yo!
To be clear, there are only 2 straight people on this team, and they are in a relationship with each other. Like,
Yeah, that was
you
an
only
out
have
of
to hang
character
around
slip.
2 of them.
So that line should have been, well, if we've got to hang around with these breeders, we at least need to make it entertaining.
Oh, good. At least you've corrected yourself.
Retcon. It's okay. Nobody saw it. I think we got away with it.
We'll cut it in
We're
editing.
gonna get canceled.
No, we'll cut it in editing. It's okay.
We'll cut it in post.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so some kind of it's a festival, right? Is that what
Yeah, Q.
now, Peter said free food and wear something nautical. So
Yeah, that's close enough. So, and then Q goes on. I won't explain it again, but Q goes on to explain festival,
Exquisite.
food, Harbourmaster,
Huh.
sacrificed life, kept pyre burning, fire, flame, golden statue, happy ever after the end.
How
weird.
was deep
All
sea
right.
fishing? I think I mentioned this at the end of last section, but like on a boat, like way off in the distance.
Still in the scene, but just very far away.
Can I just, before
Uh-huh.
Cal goes deep sea fishing again, when he comes out of work, he presumably was planning on teleporting. However, in
The bike is waiting for him.
God,
the
that would be
open,
so annoying. Please don't tell
practically,
me that's true.
the bike is sitting there
Son of
waiting
a.
for him. It does appear to have changed ever so slightly in that it's got a new paint job. It's looking shiny and clean, not a scratch, dent, or
What color is it?
what color do you think it is?
What color do I think it is? I'm hoping it's yellow, because that would help disguise the fact that it is my murder bike. But what do I think? I think it's still black.
It is yellow with electric blue.
Oh yeah, this is not the bike of the Masked Rider, thank God.
But as you sort of come out and look at it, the lights flash, and you just hear in greeting a word that you wish perhaps you hadn't taught your motorbike.
Never. I would never regret this decision.
Okay.
Cal would. Cal absolutely is sitting there like, really wish you could have picked up on anything else. This isn't safe for the kids. Yeah, frag you too, buddy.
You make it down to the beach without any incidents.
I would like to say Cal has not like a motor, because you know what motorcycle helmets that cover the whole head and stuff like that. He does not. He has one of the lame dorky looking ones. That's like covers the side of the head and the
Open
top of
face.
the head. Does not have it. It does not. It's like a Vespa helmet.
Does it
Oh,
have like
okay.
separate goggles, like Biggles goggles?
Like it does not look cool. Like that's like in a specific drive to separate the Cal that can now ride a motorcycle from the Masked Rider. It's dorky as heck. Like
You do make it to the beach though without incident, and there is a moment where you kind of, am I riding the bike? Like, am I in control here, or am I just along for the ride? Am I even questioning
make, like,
this?
do I have to make a competitive driving check to see who is driving this bike?
Contested drive.
Do you want to?
I mean, I feel like it would be funny. Kinda.
Okay, go for it.
All right. Yeah, sure.
Does the bike want to go
Yeah,
where
is
Cal wants
the
to
bike
go?
taking me
Let's
in the
find out.
direction of the Harbor Festival is also another question. That's not good. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah,
I
the
mean,
bike's
I
driving.
rolled 8 with 2 4s, so
Wait, you rolled an 8? Oh, I thought that was a 14 and a 4. I thought you got 18. No.
No, I
Okay, yeah,
got
I
2
beat it. I got a
4s.
10. I got
Okay.
an 8 and a 2.
Apparently, the Decepticon is still slightly sluggish.
Or
Not.
I'm cracked. I could be godlike.
You could be godlike.
I
yeah.
stay with it. I stay
Who
with a
knows?
10.
But you do make it to the beach safely. You are able to leave the bike there. It does.
I put a type of helmet in the Discord. It's like
It does beep with an alarm that it
Yeah.
doesn't have loudly, so that everybody
knows
hears
I've
the
arrived.
beep, knows you've arrived, but doesn't hear it dismissing you with the same tone and words it used to greet you as you take another group of people out fishing for the night.
Mhm.
This group includes some of the 18-year-olds, or the sort of the people that are just on the threshold of becoming adults.
All right, guys. Deep sea
Trusting them
fishing is
with
like normal
cow.
fishing, but with a threat to your life involved. This is danger fishing. That's not even
And
an
their
inaccurate
parents,
statement.
just for the record.
Yeah, I'm explaining that deep sea fishing is dangerous.
I just wanted to throw that out there. It's not just Cow and the teenagers. You know, their parents are there too.
Yeah.
Sarah.
At one point there's like
Oh.
a Free Willy moment where like a marlin like leaps over the boat and I'm like, yeah, with the fishing rod.
It's actually Chad.
Just
Just
Chad.
dives out, high fives you, and dives back in.
Yeah. Like literally
Chad's-
title screen of Free Willy, but without like, but it's Chad like flying over the boat.
It's,
Out on
Chad's
the
mermaid
grid.
girlfriend.
hmm
Um,
All right, now what all you people are
Mojito.
going to do is ignore the actual live mermaid. You're gonna forget about that.
He's so busy watching Chad, we missed the mermaid that comes over.
Hey, you're gonna completely forget about the mermaid, and we're gonna
Yeah.
move on.
Sarah, having joined the others at the beach,
Yes. Hello, that's my name.
all of these shenanigans going on, what are you up to?
I am eating.
Like an anime girl.
What lovely seafood dish has caught your fancy?
Is it a sandwich?
Yeah,
Ooh,
Sarah brought a ham and cheese from home.
it's a Whopper with no cheese.
Let's go! Double Whopper with no cheese.
I mean, no,
Everybody's gonna start taking like psychic damage from this.
Anytime we bring up the Burger King song.
Yes.
I like probably a little bit of everything because it's a bunch of weird stuff she's
Because
never
it's
eaten
free.
before. So
And it's
she just
free.
like loads up a plate. Yeah, exactly. And it's just standing like off to the side, awkward and eating by herself because she knows Q. And I guess Q's, but yeah, these are all weird people who she doesn't know.
Why didn't she like Elsie?
Can Sophie have noticed and like go over and eat with Sarah so she's not like alone?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I think at one point after she's played nice with like Q's parents and introduced herself real quickly, she runs away again, unable to look Q in the eye, and sits down next to Sarah.
He is currently defending himself from a horde of children.
Sophie
This,
just plops down next to Sarah and says, "You know, we haven't even been dating for like a month." And then she
Feels
starts
like so
eating.
And your ovaries are already burning?
No! Wait a minute, Sarah. Whose side are you on?
Dude, this is
She
rough.
She starts
is-
eating.
I am on the side of comedy.
I'm glad you
I
think.
I'm in the
I'm glad you
drive-thru
think
of
that's
Burger King.
funny.
Yeah, this I never thought I'd eat like lasagna with fish in it, but this is good.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
No.
it's interesting. I mean, I don't know anything about this event, but it seems really cool.
No, I got the what for from Q about it, and it's weird. So I don't know, but people have weird family traditions, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know about that.
she just kind of casually says, "I feel like I haven't seen you in a couple of days. How are you doing?" And she just continues eating.
How are you? You haven't been in school.
I've been sleeping it
home.
off. Yeah, I've been sleeping it off. That we'll call it that. I didn't realize that I was
Sleeping off the ultimate road trip.
Like, I don't know. I slept like 12 hours 2 nights in a row. I didn't realize I needed to catch up on sleep that badly.
Well, I mean, to you it was weeks, right? Without being like able to sleep. So
I'm going to need to.
She'll catch up with
I
you.
am going to need to actually wake up and go back to my regular routine. I think.
Probably. Yeah.
I think Peter's starting to worry a little, and I really don't want that.
I see. He gave you the dress.
I still don't know that he
I was wondering why he was asking about that thing.
And then she's about to say something, and then she says, and then she like her jaw drops, and it's just like, "Oh, you helped him."
It all makes sense. I was very confused why he was asking to help him find like this. I didn't understand the reason. I do now. I had a weird day. He did.
I've been a little distracted. I should have figured you were the one who helped. And she just laughs it off. Like, I told Q there was no way he could have figured this out on his own. Especially because this dress fit.
Most of the way there.
I'm surprised he got my size right.
Who better to ask than your roommate?
I mean, we're not that different. I tried it on. It looks weird on me. I'm not wearing that. Yeah,
it's great. Thank you. Thank you for helping. But that was sweet of you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Anything for the breeders.
anything for our 2 breeders.
You might call them token breeders. Yeah.
Listen!
Token breeders.
They haven't even been dating for a month. Calm down. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Hey, it's got to be longer than a month. They had that lovely moment. If we're at the end of
New
January,
Year's, wasn't it?
But they didn't start dating at New
Oh,
Year's.
officially a month. There's a lot of ambiguity before that.
Yeah, they got together on New Year's, so it's only been a month.
Okay.
Hey, listen, you gonna question me about my character's relationship timeline?
Yeah, who are you to question us about our made-up relationship? We know when our made-up anniversary is. How dare you?
We made it up.
Sorry. We? We?
Oh, man. Oh.
I was told a thing was wanted. I went along with the thing.
Commit to it.
We do.
I mean,
it's on the wall.
Sophie is just like, if you can imagine her swinging like the opposite direction, just trying to pretend like everything's okay, and she's just laughing and like maybe slightly overcompensating. but socializing with Sarah and just vibing
Just for the
about
bit,
it.
can I do an insight check, like from a distance?
From a distance,
Hold
I would
on.
say yes, but with snag.
From a distance.
From that far away,
And-
yeah, with snag.
So we'll go,
That
we'll
far
go
away
for it
and
anyway.
distracted,
For the joke.
yeah.
Just for the joke. Just for the joke. Oh no, I didn't get that. That was a 2.
Unfortunate. You were doing so well too.
I know. I'm
Blame the
distracted by a
children.
horde of children.
I mean, it's obviously 7 Power Ranger teams coming after you. Children everywhere.
Small army of children. Yep. Armed with
Just hear Pete in the distance calling for backup.
Sarah, do I hear Peter?
you hear Peter, but what is Peter calling for exactly? Because remember, Peter
Oh no!
is
No
the
one
bad
understands him. No one understands him
in
because he's
putty.
shouting in putty.
Oh. Okay.
He is, how you say, he is a method actor. So until his part in this is done, he cannot break character.
When Peter shouts, one of the people helping with the festival preparations, not one of the parents, just somebody helping out, somebody that runs a shop in the local community, turns very suddenly.
Did I just accidentally instigate a mass panic?
Make me alertness checks. Peter, Snag, Sophie and Sarah with Sophie and Sarah with 2 downshifts and Q with a downshift. Cal,
I got
you're on a
12.
boat. You're
Yeah, I'm not here.
I'm on a boat.
sorry, but
I was like,
I'm on a boat
man.
and it's going fast and
Is
I
it-
gotta go see
I-
that L.
I would like to use my last idea point of the day to make this check, please.
Go for it.
Hello.
it is perception based
Is
for
it
the record as
inside
well.
based or is it perception?
It's
perception based.
perception based, isn't it? Okay, wait, hold on. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Wait, I've
Difficulty
actually used
is
all of my idea
14,
points in
1,
a day.
4.
I didn't make it then. I got a 12.
20.
I rolled an
Two.
11.
Also,
That's
Did you say
unfortunate.
12 for Q?
yeah.
22 for
11.
Sarah?
Feels bad.
Sarah, you notice
20, I believe
that-
it was.
the individual turned as soon as he heard the putty language shouted by Peter. He doesn't seem frightened, and you can make an insight check if you would like. No downshift. Just a flat
Whoa.
insight shift.
Very loose.
Insight check.
So, Sarah,
Yeah.
Sophia's talking to Sarah while Sarah's doing all that. And she's like, you take one cute picture of your boyfriend to post on social media, and all of a sudden, it's like, ooh, you want to make babies? I swear we've only been dating for like a month. And it's like, the conversation continues, but Sarah is obviously not paying attention.
There's just.
He doesn't look scared. It's not like the putty caused him to panic. If anything, he looked to recognize what was being said. And with that critical,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I would
to
say
me it was that look in someone's face when
with that
they hear
critical,
their like.
that is a
language.
look on someone's
Yeah.
face who has just heard their native tongue spoken in an unfamiliar location. You're 99% certain that is one of the changeling putties, just living his life, doing his thing.
Hey, Soph.
And then Sophie's little monologue / rant stops abruptly when Sarah interrupts her. Wait, what? What's going on?
That guy right there in the Seahawks hat and the blue shirt. That's Buddy.
Okay. They don't.
I mean, I don't think it's necessarily a problem. I'm just interesting.
Yeah. Can I do an insight check now that Sarah's pointed
Hey,
them
Q! Sarah yells.
out? Can I do an insight check?
Yep.
Okay.
Difficulty is 15.
Here we go.
1-5.
Oh, that's an awkward way to land. Okay. 18.
Just a natural 18.
Yeah, just an 18, regular 18.
Again, it looks like somebody who's not afraid, not panicking or anything like that. He just looked for a moment like he recognized something, and now he's kind of trying to just settle down and possibly pretend that everything's okay. He didn't just hear something that he shouldn't have reacted to. Maybe a little bit embarrassed, like thinking you've heard your name in a crowd, and you kind of like, oh no, that wasn't me. Trying to downplay the whole thing.
Sophie, smile.
Yeah, you see him being weird, right? Q!
Hey.
So call you. Hey Q, look at this weirdo.
No.
Look at that weirdo!
Don't draw any attention to it. I think they're fine.
Q goes over.
I can be subtle. It's fine. He's over there, and I have to be loud to get his attention.
Look, have you ever heard your name in a crowd and thought that you were being called, but they actually meant a different Sarah?
Sure.
For a second, I thought
Yeah.
you were having that
I'm
conversation with
wondering
Q.
if who knows who that guy is. I'm going for Q to come over here.
All right, whatever.
Q comes over, he's like, yeah, what?
Hey, so be subtle about it, but that guy right there in the Seahawks hat, the blue shirt, do you know who that is?
Do I know who that is?
You do. He runs a antiques shop. Very nautical themes. They seem to do a lot of work in digging up. Digging up isn't really correct. Resurfacing. Like ship bells, salvage, yeah, that sort of thing, and selling it on.
Hang on.
A lot of Spanish wrecks, and that's kind of how he's integrated himself into the community.
Oh, I need a name, but I can't use any of those names because they're far too exotic. Just because you can't see it, on the back of my door, I have post-it notes with all sorts of ideas and thoughts on for when I need them, when I'm doing stuff. But also a list of tasks. So I was about to, I'm not going to suggest bathroom door as a name.
His name is just bathroom door and putty.
Oh yeah, that's bathroom door. He runs the local antique shop. Bathroom doors antiques. No. We'll call him
Definitely a
Errol.
buddy.
Yeah, that's
Errol.
Errol. He runs. Do you know the antique shop down on Spanish Street.
Is
I
that
don't, but
is
all
that the
right.
one downtown?
Okay.
Have you know? Like,
Well, yeah, it's
is he new? Have you known him for a long time?
no, he's been here for a while, as far as I know.
At
I'm not
least
really
6
into
years.
antiques, shocking as that might be, but yeah, he's probably been here for at least 6 years. I think Mum's got some stuff of his in the house. He specializes in nautical themed things. So, makes sense that he would be
That makes sense.
here.
Yeah. What's surprising about him is that he's a putty.
Really? And at that point, Q just turns and looks.
Damn it! Sarah, I told you to not draw
And Q
attention
goes,
to the
hang
guy.
on.
I told you to be subtle about it.
Cal
It's
comes
not my
up,
fault.
well,
I've got
oh,
an
hey,
idea.
it's that putty guy.
It's that putty guy with the antique store. No. Q goes, it's okay. I've got an idea. You two stand together and Q moves Sophie and Sarah so that they're stood between him and then what did I call him? Errol is in the background. Q gets out his phone and lines up as if he's taking a photo of Sophie and Sarah, but actually takes a photo of Errol in the background so that he can then send it to Alpha so we can start trying to monitor him and his movements to see if he turns up anywhere nefarious on CCTV or some shit like that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't necessarily we're supposedly on good terms with Fenster and by extension, but he's definitely a putty. Like he had a full on oh, that's my language. Peter's just yelling out and Randy on the chat now.
Oh, what you mean, like when somebody calls your name and you realize it's not you? Yeah.
Sophie just nods.
That exactly. Yeah.
Q, they just adds, I've never had that. I've no idea what that's like.
There are so many people in the world named.
Sophie,
Usually, if somebody's shouting that out, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, Q is on the street and he's like, "Hey, Mercutio!" And he's like, "What?" And he's like, "No, not you, behind you." And it says Mercutio.
7 other Mercutios. Yeah, I've never been to Verona. I should say.
Never been to Fair Verona.
No,
So
it can be very different. Yeah.
after Sophie's finished whatever
Yep,
plate
you're
she's
back.
holding, she's just gonna say, "I'm gonna go see if the children have finished with Peter. I'll see you guys later."
Okay. Once Sophie's out of earshot, Q goes to Sarah. She's still uncomfortable about her ovaries?
Oh yeah, 100%, absolutely.
Cal,
Just keep talking, right?
are you taking part in the fishing?
I am. Yes, I am the foremost example. So I'm fishing more than anybody.
Can you make either
A
a
fishing
athletics
check. Gotcha.
or a survival check with an upshift?
Athletics or
Because you've got a
survival.
pretty good setup going here.
Mhm. With an upshift, all right. See
Yep.
what that upshift gives me. That's a 2 on
And
the
if you
upshift,
fumble it,
so-
you're landing a great white shark on the boat.
If I fumble it, I die. That's a
You-
7.
If you fumble, you caught Chad.
If I fumble, now with deep sea fishing, you fumble, you die.
Is that a
Get
7
dragged under by a
total?
Goliath grouper. 7 total. 5 plus 2.
Make me a brawn check with edge.
All right.
It's a fumble.
Is anybody else scared? I've never heard that noise before.
I'm using the one. I'm so fucked. That was 2 1s in a row.
Would you like to
The
use a
one
story
on the
point to re-roll one of the ones?
Yeah, kinda.
Go for
Do
it.
it.
I'm changing dice. Yeah, all right. Brawn check, right?
Mm-hmm.
14.
That's better than a 1.
That's much better
Little
than
I-
one. You
1 in 400% chance. 1 in 400 chance of rolling 2 1s in a row.
you're not having your best fishing trip. You've done this
No, clearly not.
quite a few
dice are
times
going my
over the
way.
years. How exactly you fell into this particular part of the festival?
They asked and I said yes. That's
That
it.
does sound like a Cal thing, really. Somebody else
That's
entered
the
it.
end of it.
He said yes.
That was the whole story.
Yeah.
They were like, "Hey,
But-
do you want to do deep sea fishing?" Yeah.
As you cast the line, it takes a few minutes for something to catch it, and the boat slowly shifts with the momentum or possibly weight of whatever it is on the other end.
The boat is actually tilting.
It does tilt just a little
Yeah, I
bit
cut the line. I pull out my knife and cut the line.
straight away.
For sure. Absolutely.
Okay.
It'd be one thing if I was like by myself on a I'm willing to risk my own life. I have a boat full of children and parents. And yeah, I know they're all like 18, 19, but they're children.
I
I
respect
will
that
not-
decision.
I will not
respect
risk
your
the
decision
safety of the
making.
people I am in charge of. Immediately pull out my knife and cut the line. I don't know what that was, and maybe I'll find out sometime sooner or later. Sooner or later. Not right. This is not how I find out.
He's going to come back to this spot and fish it for the next 7 nights.
I'm
With a
gonna
motorbike.
the boat comes back to shore. I swim into the water, morph, and go to fist fight whatever the hell this fish is.
So I have a question. This is kind of a me question. Deep sea fishing, would
Mhm.
there be any sort of, we're not talking like sonar, but would there be anything like a radar?
We'd have a I don't know necessarily about a radar. We would have like an underwater camera so that we could get a better idea of what groups of fish there are beneath us.
It
It's
would
like
be
you don't want
like
to
a
you don't want to
crude
go
form of
fishing and
Doppler,
stuff.
but yeah.
Yeah.
You see a fin go past.
All right. Just around how big is this fin? Would you say?
This fin
So how big?
is about 2.5 foot.
Okay,
Fairly certain
that's-
it's a dorsal fin.
That's significantly bigger than most dorsal fins.
And
So that's a
Just a
big
dorsal fin.
big one.
do you know
Okay.
you've seen
Some stuff.
sharks before?
Yeah. I fought sharks.
You fought
Remember?
sharks before, yeah.
There were 2 of them.
It looks
were
kind of
slippery.
shark-like. But make me an alertness check. Difficulty 13.
Well, I'm probably not going to get it.
Whatever is in that resealable bag, I wish to eat.
That is
Swedish-
created.
I was gonna
It's
say it'll be
funny,
Swedish
Look,
fish.
send it through.
funny story. They're Swedish fish.
I like those.
All right. What is my
If
alertness
Swedish fish
die?
would like to
That's a
sponsor us.
D4. I would love
Just
to be
throw
sponsored by
Swedish fish my way.
But make a
Oh,
gluten-free one.
16. 16.
16. From the light of the camera,
Mhm.
you're fairly certain that there is a reflective glint of metal. This
There's a
isn't
metal shark.
organic. It is,
Uh,
you're almost certain it is a metallic fin. And
I'm gonna do two things with this knowledge.
Go on.
The first thing I'm gonna do is signal to the boat driver, we got to go back to shore. And the second thing I'm gonna do right after is send a Power Ranger group message: giant metal shark in water? ?
Do we have sound now?
Apologies, everybody. The sound obviously had a funny. I've just had to reset the things, but hopefully you can hear us now because it is showing that the
I mean, they
audio
can
is
hear us,
working.
but they cannot
Yeah,
see
I'm
us.
just setting the cameras back up.
Okay. Well, for those of you that didn't hear, 3 giant metal sharks have now washed up on the beach.
And they've eaten the cameras.
The beach.
Okay, I swear I was kidding earlier when I asked to have some slippery sharks to bully, okay? I was kidding.
Tech gremlins
These aren't
tonight, guys.
slippery.
I apologize.
These are robotic.
But
Mm.
yes, 3 large metallic
Are they
sharks
dead? Can
washed
I,
up
I
can
blame
I
the bourbon
autopsy them?
drive-through.
And before anyone can say or do anything, they transform into humanoid robots
Oh, they're
stride
definitely not dead.
out of the water.
Shotguns.
And
Matthew.
just
What in
because
the actual
the US Michael called it, they are indeed Sharkticons.
What?
Something fishy is going on here.
Something fishy is very much
Do we
indeed
see
going on
this?
here. You definitely see
I would say
this.
something fishy is
You
afoot.
see 3
Yeah.
large humanoid shark. I mean, they were sharks that have transformed. Their arms end in the back fins of sharks. They've got the dorsal fin on their back still. One of their arms is just a row of teeth and a mouth. I apologize to anybody who is a Transformer
What
form
in the? I
fan,
don't think.
but I do not like the tiny little ball versions of the Sharkticons. So we're going more with the Transformers Forged to Fight style. That actually looks like a shark.
Question.
Yes.
Can I
So,
attempt?
size-wise, are these guys stood on the bed of the ocean, or are they just kind of their feet?
Oh no, they're on the
somehow
beach. They
managing to
beached
float?
themselves, and they've
Oh, they're on the
transformed
beach.
to walk
Oh.
onto the beach.
Can
Oh.
I attempt to get Peter's attention with the children?
You hear people start
like-
screaming.
And I'm pretty sure the screaming has started.
Yeah,
The screaming
Yeah.
has
Oh,
started.
okay.
hearing people
Yes.
scream.
As soon as everyone
screaming.
starts screaming, Pete will just like shoot up and like, right, kids, everyone, I need you to come this way. And he's just going to try and corral all of the children like to a safer location, start moving them back.
Q
I-
will
I
step into
I
one
think
of the
Sophie will
little
assist
tents
Peter
that's
just in
set up.
case. he's amassed like
Everything
a
seems,
lot of
Sophie
children.
seems to have crashed.
Hold on. Let me...
Is there are tables?
Yeah, with
I'm led to believe.
There are indeed.
Q will dive into.
I'm gonna pull a Q and
stop, drop, roll off.
Yep.
Q's plan is to like the little tenty setups that they have for the general community thing. Will morph, teleport into one of the other tents, and then come out of one of the other tents morphed.
I think the tech goblins seem to be acting particularly tech
It's okay, we're
goblin
fine now.
in the last few moments.
so many
Yeah.
gremlins.
So I've
And-
dived into the water and morphed, and I'm fighting a shark in its natural environment.
That sounds like
So,
a terrible idea.
That's
So
what
That
I'm
does
yeah.
doing.
sound very cow.
so Sophie has moved to assist Peter in making sure the children are safe.
I'm doing
On
an
that
under the
note-
table morph.
With the Sharktacons on the scene, panic ensuing, screaming,
Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
no. Children
I mean,
No,
yes.
but you
Running.
are ensuing.
Peter trying to corral them. We are going to end our session.
Oh, I wanted to do
Dang
a
it.
thing first.
I wanted to fight.
Can we do a tiny little bit just so I don't forget it for next session?
Write it down.
You got paper?
Indeed. All right, fine.
I'm not sure I trust you.
It's nothing like big or silly. It was like I just wanted to morph quickly before
I mean, what I'm gonna do is pretty big.
he was gonna like do something first.
Yeah, we'll definitely
Does it
cover that
involve a
next
bigger
week.
boat?
or next session. Say that again for me, Jay.
I was saying to Cal, does Cal's plan involve a bigger boat?
No. It involves something that should probably kill him if he wasn't environmentally insulated.
It involves a sub.
Have you ever stuck a metal fork in an outlet before? Have you ever thrown a plug-in toaster into a bathtub?
No. Oddly enough,
No.
no.
That's it's pretty. You can pretty much
Crazy.
equate Cal's plan to that.
Highly sane and completely not dangerous.
We are going to ask the lovely cast
No
from
danger.
Michael, who plays Peter, all the way round, their favourite moment for themselves and another player.
For myself, probably Pete playing with the kids because it was a nice throwback to episode 1. That was cool. Favorite scene for someone else? Q in the ovaries. That was brilliant. That cracked me up.
There's an indie band name.
Q and the ovaries.
I like that.
Oh, God.
I didn't like the moment. It terrified me. But yeah. Anne.
Sophie, I think successfully completing the simulation programming a lot faster than I expected. like rolling a crit on that. That was really rad. And subsequently just being obsessed and hyper focused. And then Peter showing up out of nowhere. What the hell was that? It's like, how long have you been there? I don't know. Yeah. That
He was
was
always watching.
stop that.
He was.
And then I would like to make a note that if someone had said that to me for real, I would actually be a lot more upset than Sophie was. But Q's comment was actually really like I thought that was funny. And Peter's like, this is an intervention. You're leaving the command center and being normal. That was great. I love
Need some
that.
fresh air.
Damn, you really hit her with a Babadook. Why can't you just be normal?
Get out there and do things.
Oh, yeah.
Panic.
My favorite scene for me was rolling 2 1s on an edge.
That laughter was terrifying for the record.
1 in 400 chance. 1 in 400 chance of me getting absolutely screwed 6 ways to Sunday. And it happens. God damn it.
Was it
Cool,
6 ways to Sunday that got you then, Matt?
Almost.
It's
Cool.
just sometimes you see something that makes you so physically angry that the only thing you can do is laugh. Because if you're not laughing, you're going to break your hand punching a desk or something. Like, that's infuriating. And my favorite scene for the group overall, just the gang. I think real life Jay having the realization that there are only 2 straight people in this gang and they are dating each other. We have 1 pair of breeders. It's not like he's not alone.
Q. Yes, we're messing with the order.
Yes.
Or J.
Favorite moment for somebody else was the Popeye moment with Sarah. Of all of the nautical themes that I had not even considered anybody would turn up in, it was nautical Popeye. For Q, I don't know. I think working out his daily routine and being able to have like that kind of quite serious, like supportive moment for an MP. Kind of nice for me to have for him. Kind of him getting to be like his teacher was with him, with somebody else.
It went very well. And Michael.
Yes. Yeah, for someone else, definitely the ovaries. Q. I was just, that's also me. That's my favorite. I got to play off that too, and that was
We are
brilliant.
actual children on the stream.
We are.
Q's
We
ovaries
literally
win the
are,
day.
We are children in the Burger King drive-thru.
Dude, we never left. I've been here for 3 hours.
Just to colour in where that comes from, it's from chatting with my friends. Whenever the topic of Henry Cavill appears, one of my mostly straight friends, whenever Henry Cavill appears, she's just like, "Oof, my ovaries." And that's where it's from a place of like love and joy, not disrespect to women.
Sophie?
And others.
Sophie,
No.
I thought that was
I
just
love-
women's natural reaction to Henry Cavill, to be fair.
I
mean,
love
it's
It's
that.
my
so,
reaction.
yeah.
I was going to say.
I love that we can poke a little fun at the expense of the recently traumatized person. It's great. It's perfect, you guys.
How
Welcome back
else
to
do you
real
make
life.
someone feel loved than make fun of them?
But yes,
The
Oh, that's too
perfect
real.
moment to like pull you out of your trauma. Like, comedy,
It took
true.
your mind off being chased by demons.
right? I suppose I should.
Look, it's great. You got to have friends like that. And
This is the
Trauma.
way.
I have friends to give me fresh trauma to
Sure
worry
you
about
do.
instead.
it's fine. It's
anything
fine.
else to add?
I think it's hysterical.
31 for trauma.
I mean,
Metal
look,
sharks.
the only thing I have to add is take care, everyone. Watch out when you're in the drive-thru at Burger King. You ask if without cheese. They will in fact put cheese on all your no
Not
cheese
cheese.
items. Yep.
I mean,
So
I
if you're
was
lactose intolerant,
That's
maybe avoid Burger
specifically
King.
thinking
Uh,
of Michael
but
and whether or not Michael had anything
yes,
to add.
yes,
But thank you.
yes. Spent
Very
definitely spending off with the Burger King drive-through. Next week we will not have our regularly scheduled Thunder session, as I will be running a game of Everyday Heroes.
Yay!
I just
And,
realized that means it's going to take us even
for
longer to
Gen
fight the
Con,
metal sharks.
Exactly.
But it's also why I didn't want to start
We'll
the
be
fight.
doing 2 weeks on, 1 week off. So yeah. So next week
Yes.
EDH, 2 weeks Power Rangers, EDH, bouncing back and forth until Gen Con.
And why are we doing
The
that?
Gen Con
What's happening at Gen Con?
at my table. I'm being EDH.
Go
Specifically
find-
Total Recall.
Go find Michael.
I don't know how
Play
Gen
at his
Con
table.
does anything when the tables drop, but yeah. So
I am guessing it's an online sign up.
Really hoping that you
Presumably.
didn't have an
no, yeah,
NDA
there's not
in
on
regard
Sunday,
to
but
talking
I've
about
never
it.
done it before, so I don't know like if it has the G name or anything, or just we'll find out.
So, as Michael said, essentially every 3 weeks we will be doing 2 weeks of Power Rangers, 1 week of Everyday Heroes, which Michael is writing himself, GMing himself, and we are learning Everyday Heroes as we go. So, apologies.
It's just
from
5e
the
without
players.
magic.
Yeah.
I'm trading
Um,
in.
Said it
I'm
again,
trading
Matt.
in one smart character for a different smart character.
Apologies
fault is that?
from the players. um,
Definitely playing to your strength.
yeah,
Funny because the player is dumb by comparison.
we are looking forward to it. I have built a character. Yes.
Hey, Michael's Matthew's playing.
I'm playing a character. I am indeed. I'm going to write down a whole load of phrases.
How long? Hey,
Because
Matt, you'll
of
have to
things.
you'll have to time how long it takes before your control freak tendencies kick in, and you're like, I'm not the GM.
I'm just going to take some extra chill pills and just be like, it's all good. But yes,
I can give you
Yeah,
the
join us
Dredge
next
My
week where
Cats
Matt
on,
is
they'll chill
high
you
as
out.
hell.
Hey, Matt,
we
I can
will
help with
see
that.
you
Exactly.
next
Join us.
Thursday for Everyday Heroes. Does it have a title? Not to put you on the
The
spot,
Burger,
Michael.
God,
the
no.
Burger King
Not
drive-thru.
yet.
No,
It's the Burger
Okay.
King
You think I'm
drive-thru.
prepared?
but we will
Everyday
see you
Heroes,
for
God
for
no.
Everyday Heroes. God knows. Do you think I'm prepared?
Everyday
working
Heroes
title.
Burger King drive-thru.
I don't know whose turn it is, but
May the power protect you.
May the power protect you.
But
See you all next Thursday.
See ya.
Bye all.